Welcome back. In our previous episode, we learned about DNA, genes, and how genetic information is stored in living organisms. But have you ever wondered why genetics is such an important field of study? Why should we learn about DNA and genes? Is genetics only about eye color and inherited traits, or does it have a much bigger role in our lives? In this episode, we'll discover how genetics helps us in understanding how life works and how genetic knowledge is transforming medicine and agriculture. One of the main reasons we study genetics is to understand how life works. Every living organism contains genetic information stored in DNA. Think of DNA as an instruction manual for life. It contains the directions that tell cells what to do. These instructions guide an organism's growth and development, control how its cells function, and ensure that genetic information is passed on to future generations. As we know from the earlier video, the field of genetics also helps us understand how traits are passed on from one generation to the next. Parents pass on their genes to their offsprings, which is why children often resemble their parents. However, because each individual inherits a unique combination of genes, no two people are exactly alike. Genetics influences much more than physical traits like eye color or height. It also affects blood type, immunity, metabolism, disease risk, and certain aspects of behavior and abilities. Genetic material is not always DNA. While DNA is a genetic material in most living organisms, some viruses use RNA instead. This shows the diversity of biological systems and helps us understand important viruses, including those that cause human diseases. Genetics is the foundation of modern biology. It helps scientists study plants, animals, microorganisms, and humans. The field of genetics helps us to understand diseases and improve healthcare. Many diseases have a genetic component. Certain inherited disorders are caused by changes or mutations in specific genes. Genetics also plays a role in complex diseases such as cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and Alzheimer's disease. By studying genes and DNA, scientists can identify genetic risk factors and better understand why some individuals are more prone to certain diseases as compared to others. This knowledge helps to uncover the biological mechanisms behind diseases, leading to improved methods of prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of the disease. Genetics is also driving the development of personalized medicine. Instead of using the same treatment for everyone, healthcare providers can use a person's genetic information to select the most effective treatment. Genetic testing allows doctors to detect some diseases before the symptoms actually occur. Early diagnosis can improve treatment outcomes and help patients make informed healthcare decisions. This approach helps doctors choose the right medication, determine the correct dosage, and reduce the risk of side effects. The goal of personalized medicine is simple: provide the right treatment for the right person at the right time. Another important application of genetics is in agriculture and food security. As the global population continues to grow, we need crops that produce more food, resist diseases, and can withstand changing environmental conditions. To meet the growing demand for food, scientists developed improved crop varieties through traditional plant breeding and genetic engineering. Plant breeding involves selecting and crossing plants with desirable traits over several generations, while genetic modification allows specific genes to be introduced directly into a plant. Plants produced through genetic modification are called as genetically modified or GM crops. Genetics allows breeders and scientists to develop stronger and healthier plants. These plants can grow better, tolerate environmental stress, and produce higher crop yields. As a result, farmers can harvest more food from the same amount of land. Bt cotton is a genetically modified crop that contains a gene from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis or Bt. This gene enables a plant to produce a protein that protects it against certain insect pests. Because the plant can defend itself, farmers often need fewer pesticide applications, reducing cost and environmental impact of these pesticides. The flavor saver tomato was one of the first genetically engineered food crops. Scientists modified it to slow down the softening process after harvesting. This helps the tomatoes stay fresh longer, improving shelf life and reducing food waste during transportation and storage. Golden rice is another example of biofortification. It has been genetically engineered to produce beta carotene, which our body converts into vitamin A. This innovation was developed to reduce vitamin A deficiency, a major health problem in some parts of the world. Blue roses are an example of how genetics can be used to create new plant traits. Natural roses do not produce the pigment required for a true blue color. Through genetic engineering, scientists introduce genes that enable the production of blue pigments, thereby creating blue colored roses. Through crop improvement, pest resistance, enhanced nutrition, and sustainable farming practices, genetics plays a crucial role in strengthening agriculture and ensuring food security. These advances help us produce more nutritious food while using resources more efficiently, contributing to a more sustainable future. A point to note is that before commercial cultivation or sale, GM crops must receive approval from government regulatory authorities after rigorous testing for food safety, environmental impact, and potential risk. These regulatory reviews help ensure that the approved GM crops are safe for consumers, farmers, and the environment while providing agricultural benefits. I hope this video helped you understand and appreciate the influence of genetics in the field of medicine and agriculture. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting and informative content in life sciences. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 2 of this video series, where we'll dive deeper into why genetics matters. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the science of life. Goodbye.